Hello, folks. Welcome to the channel, Angel's Paradigm. Before I get started, can I please have you like and subscribe so you'll be able to get my recent uploaded videos when I do them. Today, I want to discuss how the dating market in the West caused the rise of MGTOW and the Passport Bro movement. Let us begin. The dating scene in the West has changed significantly in recent years due to change in gender roles, societal norms, and cultural expectations. Men Going Their Own Way and the Passport Bro movement are two noteworthy movements that have arisen as a result of these changes. These movements, which are primarily led by men, are reaction to what some men see as negative shifts in women's views regarding gender roles, relationships, and dating in the West. This vlog will examine the ways in which these viewpoints have affected the dating industry and fuel the growth of these movements. Changing attitudes of women in the West. Women's attitude and behavior in the West have changed significantly over the last few decades, primarily due to the feminist movement, growing economic independence, and a larger social push for gender equality. Because they have greater freedom, options, and choices than ever before, women today have different expectations when it comes to dating. Number one, increased economic independence. Women are now significantly more independent financially as a result of their increased pursuit of higher education and professional opportunities. Traditional gender roles have changed as a result of this change, with women no longer feeling forced to rely on men for financial support. As a result, a lot of women are now looking for partners who are on par with them or who can provide something more than just financial security, like respect, emotional support, and common interests. Number two, elevated expectations in relationships. Women's expectations in relationships have changed in tandem with their economic independence. These days, a lot of women place a high value on traits like emotional intelligence, communication abilities, and a readiness to share household duties. Some men, especially those who feel uncomfortable with the shift in power dynamics in relationships or who feel they can't live up to these new expectations, find it harder to embrace traditional gender roles as a result of this shift. Number three, emphasis on personal fulfillment. Women's views regarding relationships have also been impacted by the cultural emphasis on self actualization and personal fulfillment. Delaying marriage and motherhood to pursue personal objectives like education, career progression, and travel is becoming more and more common among women. As a result, casual dating has increased and traditional dating methods have decreased, which some men find annoying or unsatisfying. Number four, social media and online dating. The emergence of social media and online dating has further changed the dating scene because there is a larger pool of possible partners available to them. Women may become pickier and experience choice overload. Furthermore, social media has increased the value placed on social standing and physical appearance, which has made some men feel as though they are in a more cutthroat and competitive dating market. The rise of MGTOW. Men Going Their Own Way, or MGTOW, is a movement made up of men that decide against following traditional dating and relationships roles due to changing landscape in the modern Western society, frequently as a result of the detrimental effects of contemporary feminism and shifting gender roles. Male self-preservation and autonomy are generally supported by MGTOW participants who rejected social norms and require men to date, get married, and start a family. Number one, injustice, gender dynamics. The MGTOW movement's central tenet is that contemporary gender dynamics are biased against men. MGTOW supporters contend that women are favored by the legal system, especially when it comes to issues like divorce and child custody. Because of this sense of favoritism towards the female gender, some men decide not to date at all because they think the risks are too great for the possible benefits. Number two, rejection of conventional male roles. Male gender tropes, like being the protector or the main provider in a relationship, are frequently rejected by MGTOW participants. They know that these roles are still expected of them, particularly in a time when women are more empowered than ever to pursue independent careers and financial security. By deciding to go their own way, these men are trying to take back their independence and escape the constraints of stereotypical masculinity. Number three, disillusionment with modern relationships. A significant number of men within the MGTOW movement articulate the disillusionment with contemporary relationships. Women's unreasonable expectations, insufficient dedication, and preference for self fulfillment over partnership. This disappointment frequently results in the decision to completely shun romantic relationships in favor of personal development, interests, and friendships. The emergence of passport bros movement. Another reaction to the difficulties in the Western dating scene is the passport bros movement. In contrast to MGTOW, which promotes disengaging from relationships, members of passport bros look for romantic relationships overseas, frequently in nations with more conventional gender roles. This movement is motivated by the idea that women from different cultures are more likely to possess the femininity, loyalty, and emphasis on family values that these men look for in a partner. Number one, desire for traditional gender roles. A large portion of the male passport bro movement is drawn to traditional gender roles, which dictate that women should be nurturing and focus on raising families, and men should be providers and protectors. Men understood that it is hard to build that kind of relationship they want with Western women because most of them are more focused, are too assertive, career focused, or independent. They hope to find women who are more in line with their expectations by looking for partners in nations with more traditional values. Number two, feminism as a negative influence. Similar to MGTOW, the passport bro movement frequently talks contemporary feminism, which is believed to be the cause gender norms and family structures that which cause gender norms and family structures in the West to collapse. Men will adapt to their environment and instead look for relationships and cultures where feminism has not had such a great influence. To find women like, as the great Kevin Samuel says, fit, feminine, and friendly. In summary, unquestionably, the dating industry has been impacted by the shifting views of women in the West, which has given rise to movement like MGTOW and Passport Bros. Both of these movements are the result of discontent with the way gender dynamics are currently playing out, even though they represent different strategies for resolving issues that are thought to arise in contemporary relationships. As men and women negotiate the shift in expectations and norms of contemporary society, both movements draw attention to the persistent tensions and complexities in the changing landscape of gender relations. While some men may find a sense of belonging and validation in these movements, they also mirror larger social discussions about gender roles, the future of relationships, and the pursuit of personal fulfillment in a world that is changing quickly. All right, folks. Thank you. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time. Have a good day.